Now greetings to the world.
Hey everybody, thank you. Welcome to our very first show. This is the Fans Perspective.
Let's go.
Basically, I'm one of your hosts. I'm Craig, and this is my boy Donald. We're gonna be coming to you live basically every week. So, sports podcast.
Nothing but hot fire.
Hot fire every week, ladies and gentlemen. You can basically expect the real from us. We're regular fans just like you, very passionate about sports. I'm a Giants fan.
As you can
Giants. He's a Pats fan. You already know I got the one up on him.
Whatever.
It doesn't matter how many Super Bowls these guys win. When it's time to go against Big Blue, you know what we do. We're going to basically give you everything we got every week. We're going to study, we're going to research, and we're going to have a good time doing it.
And make sure we come with nothing but facts, man. Nothing but facts. And pure stats, you know what I'm saying? And definitely, just like we said, like the name of the show is the fans' perspective. So it's going to be from the fans' perspective.
We're going to talk about the Colin Kaepernick situation, everybody. So, what's your perspective?
I mean,
tell me
like,
what you think about this.
There's nothing really we can, like, it's ridiculous at this point that this man, he's like super talented. Let's not forget, 2013, if I'm not mistaken, he was a part of that San Francisco 49ers Super Bowl team. Like, they didn't win. Like, don't get me wrong, they didn't win. They lost to the Ravens. You know, shout out to Jamal in that way, the Ravens fan out there. You know, but yeah, so they lost to the Ravens, and like people seem to forget, like he's a really good quarterback. Like if you take a second, right, and just look at this whole situation, right, like just at the end of the day, right, Craig, like all he did was he basically like he stood up for what he believed in.
Absolutely.
So he said, you know what? I'm on this particular platform,
which is the right in our beautiful country that we live in. That's part of the Constitution.
And like so, what? Pretty much, right? He said, I don't agree with what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the brutality of these. How should I say, like, these African Americans, right? Like, you know what I'm saying, these police brutality. It's just like, one, it shouldn't be going on, period. And he was, like I said, he's on a platform where he can say something where everybody's gonna hear it. So that was his way of.
It's more impactful because if it's coming from him versus coming from me and you, we don't have
absolutely.
a platform.
No, we don't have that platform that
he has. An extraordinary platform which he took advantage of, which they encouraged, by the way, because if it was a different stand he was taking for a different cause, I don't think everybody would have any issues with basically what he's doing.
No,
but
not at all.
Because it's
not at all.
Police brutality and it's.
And that's just always a touchy subject in America.
Well, like, because this country's still racist. Let's just basically, that's just, just my opinion. We still live in a racist society, and unfortunately, this is a black and white issue. That's basically what it's about. Because what these owners are scared of, they're scared of losing those white dollars, quote unquote. And I'm gonna say it. You know, I might take a little flack for it, but
you know what?
This is my opinion.
I will give John Mara credit though, the Giants owner, because you know what? Listen, he came out and he said, "Listen, guys, like, as an owner, he's like the most honest owner, because like no one's came out and said, you know what, we're not gonna sign Colin Kaepernick because of X, Y, Z. Like no owner has said anything. Yeah. But he came out, he pretty much said, like, you know, he's received numerous letters from, like, you know, season ticket holders, bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the bread and butter of a lot of football teams. Like that's how they make their money.
I understand that, but there's lines, there's a waiting list for season ticket holders for all of these franchises have waiting lists, thousands and thousands and thousands of fans long. So basically, I'm pretty sure if that person wants to cancel their season tickets, I'm pretty sure there's another person in line, then another person in line, and so on and so forth. So, and at the end of the day, let's talk about it, Donald. He's there to help you win football games. Is he going to help you win football games, or is Ryan Mallett going to help you win football games?
No, I totally, like I said, like, yo, statistically, he is not a bad quarterback. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Matt Ryan. He's not Russ. Like he's not those type of quarterbacks.
He's not a perfect quarterback.
You know what I'm saying?
That.
It's just
he has a lot of limitations, a lot of flaws, but he does have a lot of upside.
Oh, absolutely.
And also, you got to understand.
In the right system, yeah.
In the right system, which he had, which, by the way, the 49ers brass messed that up because he got rid of Harbaugh for no apparent reason.
And we'll even go on that. That's another day. That's a totally another day.
They bring Chip Kelly in there. Okay, Chip Kelly was supposed to, you know, help him out because he was in that system and that kind of run and shoot, or that kind of wildcatish type of system.
That's a college offense.
It is.
It's college. It's
at the end of the day, he had 16 touchdowns to four picks. He had a quarterback rating of 90 plus last year. 90 plus, okay? And his leading wide receiver was Jeremy Curley. Jeremy Curley is about 2 inches taller than me.
Cast off.
Right
Nobody
now.
wants him anymore.
No disrespect, Jeremy Curley. I love you. You're a player and you got busy, but I'm saying you can't really, you can't really fault him for having the season that he had or not having the statistic that he had because his surrounding cast wasn't that good. He had an average surrounding cast at best. So
and then just look, to me, like, this makes the NFL look totally horrible because if you can take Greg Hardy back, domestic violence case, it was that stuff was so brutal. Like, and we all know what happened. He paid the girl off. She didn't show up for the test. She didn't show up for the trial. Like we already know what happened to that situation. But because, like, in the legal system, quote unquote, the legal system said, you know what, it was a mistrial. She didn't show up. He was still able to come back and play because you know what, he's a pass rusher, so he has something to give to a team. Like, he was coming off a monster year. So it's like, you know what, he didn't get paid in Carolina. So he's like, so then all this happened, then he got cut, and then here comes Jerry Jones. Like, oh, we'll take him.
Of course, Jerry's gonna take him because Jerry just wants the talent.
But you can't see. That's the thing.
But it's an issue that
Colin Kaepernick is a blue collar player. Like, he doesn't do anything wrong. No domestic violence, no PEDs, no off the field issues. It's like he gets back to the community, but he can't get a job because he stood up for what he believed in.
Because the owners in the NFL are they're all white owners. Okay, he's an African American male. He's basically taking a stand for minorities and African American people. Okay, against cops, the authority. Okay, so that makes everybody uncomfortable.
It does.
And it's sad because it shouldn't be that uncomfortable to where this man can't get a job. Can't get a tryout for a job. Tryout for a job. Not, okay, hand him a job, but he can't get an opportunity to showcase his talent. And there's an Arena League football player, and I forgot the gentleman's name. But his college stats, he had -1 yard passing in college. But yet, he's a backup quarterback. He's currently signed to an NFL roster right now.
If I'm not mistaken, the Baltimore Ravens.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Ravens.
It's horrible. And it's sad. At the end of the day, it's sad.
It's very sad.
It's a very sad
not signing Kaepernick because the NFL, like, all these owners are cowards. Like, they don't want to stand up for, like, what he was trying to do. They really don't.
And I understand he had a situation where I guess he was very close to signing with Baltimore, and then his girlfriend tweeted out the picture with Ray Lewis and Steve Bisciotti, and then above was Samuel L. Jackson and Leonardo DiCaprio, basically trying to signify the slave owner in the house Negro, basically. So I think that kind of basically
rubbed him the wrong way.
Threw some salt in the game.
And the same thing with Miami when he went down there last year with the Fidel Castro shirt on. That left a sour taste in him out.
But at the end of the day, I don't think that's enough warrants to him from keeping him off the field.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Absolutely doesn't.
At the end of the day, he didn't say anything wrong. What he said was actually right. That everybody should agree with. White, black, blue, green, yellow, or brown. Everybody should agree with that.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why, we still have to kind of wait until he gets signed. We're still waiting on an injury, quote unquote.
Quote unquote. That's what they're waiting on, for somebody to go down. And, like, I don't want to wish anything bad on anybody, but, like, it shouldn't take that for Colin Kaepernick to have a job. Like, with a subpar team, he played well. He didn't play great. He played well last year with no one.
Absolutely, with no one.
And that's the thing. He really thought he was going to get signed because he opted out of the contract that was guaranteed to him to go somewhere else.
He should have a job this time, bro. He should definitely have a job.
He definitely should have a job this time. Like, this shouldn't even be a discussion right now. Like,
and it's like, to me, he's in a lose-lose situation. They're asking him, the pundits are saying, well, he needs to speak. He needs to basically tell everybody what he wants to do. Well, I'm sorry, I don't know any free agent who's currently available who basically has to say, I want a job.
No,
sign me.
Why would they have to say that? Like,
I want to work for the NFL. Yeah, who does that? What is he supposed to say? He already had a conversation with John Lynch, and John Lynch already verified that he told him he wants to play football. That's it. He wants to play football. He already basically said he's not gonna stop. I mean, he's not gonna kneel anymore for the national anthem. He'll basically stand. So he's not gonna protest ananymore in the field.
But he still can't get a job.
What's the problem? Where's everybody else? Like, where's everybody stepping out in support? Because at the end of the day, what is hurting is really hurting the players' union. Like, it's hurting the perception of the camaraderie of the NFL, and that's why I think that's why their union to me is always the weakest out of all the major sports.
By far.
I understand it's a much bigger roster that they have to deal with, 53 million versus 25 for MLB and about 12 to 16 for
basketball team, for NBA, yeah.
But what's right is right, and sometimes you got to make a stand. Like if you want change, you got to stick together. You got to be willing to take that L for a period of time, or take that sacrifice, whether it's playing time.
But the thing about it, the players don't want to sacrifice dollars. One, because their contracts aren't guaranteed. Two, they play far fewer games than the major league, than basketball. So like they can't. And you got to also remember, like a football career is probably what, 3 to 4 years, 3 to 5 years.
But I understand that, but
I don't. And some of these players, they don't have enough money like the Tom Brady's, Aaron Rodgers, to miss a whole season. They just don't. And sometimes, you know, like they're giving in. But there's a reason behind it. Like they have mouths to feed, just like we do. You know what I'm saying? But they live a more expensive lifestyle.
Yeah, but if they continue this way and continue with that attitude, they're always going to get screwed at the end.
Yeah.
The league is always going to have the authority. They're always going to They're always going to have non-guaranteed contracts. Like you play the most dangerous sport out of all the 4 major sports. You're the most popular sports. You probably the most revenue comes in for your sport.
Right.
So there's money in the league. People are making money hand over fist, and you telling me you can't get a guaranteed contract? If I was a player in the league, I wouldn't take nothing more than a 2-year, 3-year deal. I wouldn't want to.
So that's what they need to start doing. Because once they start doing that, that's them setting an example and setting a tone. Like, you know, I don't want to commit to you long term unless you want to commit those dollars to me.
I wouldn't do anything but a 2-year deal. Kirk Cousins,
I love what he's doing.
Bet on yourself, Kirk.
Every single year.
Great job. You at $24 million every year to play.
You're at 24. Brady's at 14.
Well, why not?
But like you said, like Colin Kaepernick needs a job. He should be working. There's no doubt in my mind that he's being blackballed.
Absolutely being blackballed.
He's being blackballed.
And,
they're doing this on purpose at this point in time. Like Ryan Tannehill went down and they barely took a look at him. I know Adam Gase is, you know,
I understand that, but
Jay Cutler, like sorry to say, he stinks. He stinks. He stinks.
He's not.
Like I don't want. Like he's got all the arm talent in the world.
He's just not productive.
Yo, he stinks.
He's talented, but he's not productive.
Like, 3 years ago, his weapons was Martellus Bennett, Alshon Jeffries, Brandon Marshall, and they didn't even win 10 games.
Yeah, he lacks leadership in it. He has a.
That's not somebody I want to run my work. Like that's not somebody I want to run my team.
Like a very carefree attitude in sports.
Never.
In the NFL, especially in that particular sport where you're highly competitive and you want to be the best and. You want your leader to be the best and want to basically, you know, go down every play fighting, and he doesn't show that ability to have that type of character.
He doesn't.
So yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'll see exactly what he does in Miami. I'm gonna be curious to see.
I don't think he's gonna do much. I'm sorry.
I mean, he still has a lot of talent. They got Jay Giant.
They got talent around him.
He still.
But at the end of the day, the ball, like. The game is played through the quarterback. Like the quarterback's the extension of the coach on the field. We all know that. And he's showed time in and time again, like he just sometimes can't get to his second and third read. He like literally at times he eyes the receivers down the field where he wants to go. And then plus at the end, like 3 years ago when you had Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffries, all you got to do is literally close your eyes and throw it up there.
True.
Like are you kidding? Alshon Jeffries like he averages, if I'm not mistaken, like 17 yards a catch somewhere around there.
Yeah, he's a big
like literally close your eyes. Go get it, guys.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, how hard is that? When they left, his production dipped tremendously. Next up, right? We all heard about it. It's been making noise all day. Before yesterday's news came out that the one and only Mr. Ezekiel Elliot's getting suspended for 6 games. Like, 6.
Zeke the Freak.
Yo, Freak. I don't understand what this kid doesn't get. Like. Based on the reports and what's coming out, like the NFL isn't going off of anything that the police reports found, what they did or anything. Because like I said,
it's based upon the history of domestic violence in the league. The Josh Brown situation that was handled poorly.
Terribly.
The Ray Rice situation was just handled poorly.
2 game suspension before the video came out, guys. Remember that. 2 games for Ray Rice. Video comes out.
Josh Brown got a 1-game suspension. Then basically his memoir came out. Well, his book came out. His journal came out. Yeah. Basically, he was in therapy, so he's writing a journal to kind of help him get through everything and kind of disclose the information about the abuse and how he actually treated his wife and how he thinks about women in general. Yeah, which was horrible, obviously. Initially, they would want to try to get him away with the 1-game suspension for wins and losses, but at the end of the day, you can't keep a guy like that.
Can't keep a guy like that on your team.
Even though Josh Brown probably, feels bad about the situation, made a mistake, obviously, and is trying to, make amends for the situation. You can't hit women. That's not a goal. You can't put your hands on women. It's verbally abusive. That's not a goal either. So
Josh Brown was just a horrible individual.
Based upon those past discretions and the way those blunders by the league was handled.
Oh yeah.
So now Zeke.
So they dropped the hammer on him.
Got to pay for it. Just
like a couple years back, they dropped the hammer on Brady.
Bang, bang, bang.
Like
6 games.
Every time they screw up, the next issue that pops up, they like you said, they just drop the hammer. They just want to show the public that this is like, you know, we're aware of what's going on. We made mistakes in the past, so we're gonna be heavy-handed with this particular situation.
Incidents allegedly happened before he actually played it down in the NFL.
Yeah.
So this was basically a stint over the weekend in July with his, you know, at that time girlfriend. Apparently, he was accused of, you know, a 5 assaults or 3 to 5 assaults in that 3-day span. I listened to the 911 call she made.
Yeah, I did also, and
it was interesting to say the least, you know.
Cause she sounds too calm
she didn't sound distressed.
No, she didn't.
It sounded like it was calculated, in my opinion. It sounded like it was a call she was planning to make. Now, again, if it happened, he deserves to be penalized for it. He deserves more than 6 games, in my opinion. But if it didn't happen, and with the evidence and also the information that she basically also accused him of pulling her out of a car, which was false. Like she was on the line. That was in the report as well. The NFL knew about that as well. They took that in consideration. But I think what they determined is the marks on her body, because that's the only evidence they actually had, was the pictures of the bruises that she took.
Yeah.
That she took on her camera phone. So with the evidence alone, I think it's a bogus 6-game suspension. Just with the evidence alone, it's a bogus 6-game suspension. With the history of the league, with his history as well, based upon him on the boat pulling homegirl's shirt down, he had the speeding.
That's assault. In America, that's something considered called assault.
His history, he doesn't have a great history. So, okay, we got this bad perception. You got a slight history. We got to clean this up. We not trying to get egg on our face at this time. You got to get 6 games, young man. And then I heard at the end of the day, they was also talking about banishment if this particular actions continue. Zeke, banishment, yo, you too talented, my brother, to talking about being banished after 1 year playing professional football.
It was an amazing 1,600 yards, 15
even
touchdowns.
Though I'm a Giants fan, and I hate the Cowboys.
I hate the Cowboys. I'm not even a Giants fan.
I don't really care about y'all. Y'all was 0-2 against us anyway, so we don't fear.
Egg in the face for them guys?
Yeah. But, you know, just in terms of what you do for the youth, the people who look up to you, I'm pretty sure your parents and your own family and just you as a young man, like, you know, you want to get your act together. You want to try to clean it up as quickly as possible, make amends. You know, do everything that you need to do, show contrition. You know, everything you need to do, because you got to not play the game, but you got to do what you got to do to kind of get back in the good graces of the league.
People forget about things quickly.
Everything, man.
Yeah, so, it's always about production on the field.
But if you did it,
say that though.
But if you did it, Zeke.
Oh, bro. If you did it, like,
you need some help, brother. If
absolutely,
you need some help.
And sorry, if you did it, you shouldn't be playing in the NFL. And you know, I can't be mad at the NFL for giving them 6 games. You know what? Like, the players gave the commissioners these powers.
Yeah.
The players gave Roger Goodell these powers.
10-year deal that they signed.
Like, so that there's
a 10-year deal.
It doesn't matter what the legal system outside the NFL found. They can always go back in there and look at things.
Independent investigation.
Exactly.
That's all they can do.
A year ago, they spent $1 million in an investigation.
That's what they could do. That's them within their right, because that's what the players agreed to. So again,
but he's gonna be. I know. We all know he's gonna appeal. He has. He has up to September 2nd to appeal.
He should appeal.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna appeal. But if he does, say he loses the appeal, he won't be back on the field until the 23rd. October 23rd.
Yeah, so you know,
and that's gonna be a rough. Like I was looking at the game slated for the Cowboys. Yeah, they can go 3-3. Like they can go 3-3, and it's.
I don't think the Cowboys are gonna have another 13-3 season like they had last year. Like,
oh no, the schedule is tougher.
I just don't think they're gonna get the same play out of Dak. Like, I think Dak gonna not regress. I just think he gonna, you know, I won't even say take a step back. I just think people might catch up to him a little bit. I think some of the parts with the offensive line as well. You know, they lost Doug Free. Everybody's a year older. You know.
But I don't see the offensive line taking that big of a step back.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like, it's just the fact that Zeke, like it's gonna be running back by committee now for them.
Which is not bad because they got Alfred Morris and he can still run the rock real good.
And McFadden and Lonnie Hillman from the castaway from the Broncos.
Yeah,
so that's it, running back by committee. But if you think about this, they got the Giants week 1, they got the Broncos week 2. Those are 2 top 10 defenses that they got to face in the first 2 weeks with possibly, like, Zeke is so dimensional to the game. He can do so many different things. He showed he can catch the ball out the backfield. He can run in between the tackles. He can run outside. He has breakaway speed. I hate even saying this about him, but he can do all of these things. So they're going to miss him significantly.
Yeah,
they can go 0-2 in these first 2 games.
I'm hoping they go 0-2 in their first 2 games.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that'll set them back. Like, they'll be 0-1 in division first week of the year.
Yeah, well, I was thinking on getting that W anyway the first week of the schedule.
And then they got the Cardinals. I really don't know what they're gonna be like, honestly.
They're at the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are gonna be a pretty good team this year. I think defensively they got the kid Hassan Reddick from Temple.
Yeah. Seen him in his first preseason. He closed the gap between him and the ball carrier so quickly. It was kind of great to see that.
The Honey Badger gonna be back. He's healthy.
He's healthy. Yeah. He said he's the best player in football. I heard.
The defensive line they got offensively they got David Johnson who
definitely a win. Like they play the Rams, so don't worry about that. You guys are gonna wrap them up.
I think the Rams gonna be a little bit better than people think.
I keep hearing people say that, but Jared Goff, that's how I feel about that. 2 thumbs down. He showed me nothing last year.
Sign Aaron Donaldson too. Stop playing. Stop making that boy sit out.
Oh, they need to just pay him and get over with it.
Give him that money. Let him sign that contract. Get on with everything so y'all can get.
They play the Rams at home. They're going to wash them. That's not even going to be a problem for them. I'm telling you.
Nah, I think the Rams.
That won't even be a game.
I'm still a big believer that defense wins championships. Offense is going to win.
Yeah, you gotta have a top 10 defense to win the ring. We know that.
Win some games playing offense because their offense is going to carry them. Hopefully, you don't take a step back with the running game with Zeke being suspended for 2 to 6 games basically, or 4 to 6 games.
Yeah, because if he gets the appeal and it goes through, I think they're gonna bring it down probably 3.
They still got Cole Beasley, Des Bryant,
and they got the rookie Ryan Switzer. That I've been reading things about him. I've been hearing he's been doing some good things. So don't worry, Ryan. He might be okay.
He's gonna bring back 4 to 5 punts this year. I think he said definitely.
Des back there returning punts. So okay.
So no. Dad said the rookie's taking 4 or 5 back to the house. Man, I know he was electric in college, but there's 2 different levels here. Well, that's what he said.
I'm not buying that one just yet. No,
he's special on the special team, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just not buying that one just yet. Like,
I gotta see it to believe it. I'm not gonna give you. If you're a rookie, you gotta
show me something.
The stripes.
You gotta earn them because history shows that rookies aren't that productive. Don't worry, I know everybody's like, what about the Cowboys last year and what those rookies did? Those rookies were put into a very, very good situation.
And they have some talent.
They got talent.
And
they have talent.
I'm going to give Dak his credit. Like, Dak is a very mature, he was a very mature rookie for that situation.
His age, yeah.
Like, he played like a veteran. He kind of got, like, adjusted. It seemed like the game slowed down, as the weeks went on. And he actually did do a very good job in the pocket and, making plays happen for the Cowboys. So, I'm definitely not looking forward to that this year because and I'm trying to take that division. I'm trying to see the bowl this year.
I don't know about all the bowl stuff with Big Blue, but taking the division, I can see that. Taking the division, I can see that.
We coming. But
next up, man, just pretty much the 2017 draft class, the outlook. Pretty much to see. I just want to hear, who do you expect to have a decent season or a breakout season for them?
Breakout season is...
I don't even want to say breakout season, have a strong campaign.
Impactful season?
Yeah, impactful, strong campaign.
I'm going with Deshaun Watson, Leonard Fournette.
You think Deshaun Watson's going to get the start?
I think Deshaun Watson will be the starting quarterback
by what
of
week?
The Houston Texans by week 3.
Week 3?
Week 3.
Oh man!
They're gonna see enough from Tom Savage, which is gonna be not enough to put that boy in. Because listen, he's already the future of the franchise already. That's why you drafted him. That's why you moved up spots to get him, which was a good move, right? He's already impressed in camp from all accounts. He's already impressed.
He impressed the other night when he played
in his preseason debut.
But that's against players. That's against a lot of players that won't be on that 53-man roster, though.
Well, some of them will.
That leaves me to just
the 2s. Some of probably the 2s and the 3s. I understand, but listen, he had a good showcase. He was calm. He was everything he was at Clemson. He was a leader. He was under control. He did everything you needed him to do. He missed some throws.
Accuracy was a little questionable.
Accuracy is going to be questionable right now because that's his big question mark. Is his accuracy?
He missed a couple wide, couple wide open
Probably
targets.
was juiced up a little bit as well, but listen, I think he got all the skills. He's a leader. He's a playmaker. He will be the starter by, if not week 3, between.
If they're 3-0 by week 3,
5.
they have to be doing really bad for him to be the starter. If they're 3-0 or 2-1 by week 3, no, he doesn't.
If they're 2-1, but their offense is scoring 7 points a game and they're winning games 13-10, Savage is getting yanked. Savage
would have to be throwing picks and putting himself in bad situations.
But listen, if they're scoring 10 points a game with that type of with Hopkins on one side, and I know Will Fuller is going to be out for a while. Yeah. But they still got Jalen Strong, and they still got a decent type. Jalen Strong. You heard that giggle? I'm the man, Jalen. Listen, he's gonna have
Jalen.
If he can have somebody who can throw him the ball, they're gonna have enough to where they should be able to put up without offense. At least offensively score 17 points.
When your top receiver says that he wants Tom Savage as his quarterback.
Because Tom always throws him the ball. I don't know why DeAndre said that. If he really felt like that, then it's good for DeAndre. But listen, DeAndre,
I'm just saying.
I don't think DeAndre will mind if Watson came in and he's still going to get the touches. I think what DeAndre is probably scared of is with Savage on the field, DeAndre's kind of the face of that offense. With Watson on the field, Watson's the face of the franchise. And I don't know if that had anything to play with it, but that's something to think about. 2, Leonard Fournette. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, Leonard Fournette is a man, okay? He is a big,
one-dimensional,
strong, fast man, okay?
One-dimensional.
He has moves. He's agile.
2-down player.
He is going to be a 3-down back because he's going to be able to block.
He better be able to catch.
He's going to be able to catch. He's going to be. Listen, he's going to have over 1,000.
I already hear people talking about Jaguars making the playoffs. That's the most.
I think the Jaguars have talent enough to be at least a 9-win team.
At least a 9-win. Are you kidding me? 9?
What defensive roster is stacked.
Young,
but it's talented.
It's talented. But at the end of the day, Blake Bortles throws too many interceptions, and he's got weapons. So at the end of the day, it comes down to mentally. He just doesn't process the game the way he should.
He doesn't. You're right. But
so who else is going to come in and do it for him? How are they going to win 9 games with poor quarterback play? And listen, the league is driven on quarterback play.
All you need is if you have a average or
he's
above average quarterback
he's not even average though.
With great defense
he's
and
not
a run
average.
game, you can win 9 games in the league.
He's
and
not
good special teams play.
He's not
great
average
coaching.
though.
You can win 9 games.
He's not average. Period.
Listen,
Tell me
Fournette,
what he does that's average. He gets a lot of completions, a lot of yards in jump time when he's getting blown out.
I'm not a fan of Blake Bortles, so I really can't defend him, and you're absolutely right. He's a below average quarterback at this point in time based upon his production, his statistics.
51 career interceptions and what's this? 60 career touchdown passes. 69. That's a terrible ratio. Terrible.
Yeah, 58.9% completion percentage for
his quarterback ratings is 79.
It's not that good, but he has a lot of
talent. But you're telling me that's not a 9-win team.
Listen,
I'm not a 9-win team.
I'm putting my trust in Tom Coughlin overseeing that franchise.
That's what you're banking on. Where's the veteran presence on that team that's going to bring those young players together? That's what I want to know. Who is the veteran presence on that team that's going to galvanize it? Everybody's going to say, okay, let's rally together and show the NFL something. They don't have one of those.
I don't know offhand. I'm not going to say I do. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I do. I don't know. I don't know if they have that person in the locker room right now.
They don't.
I just know they have a lot of talent.
They have talent.
And based upon what the topic is, Leonard Fournette is a man. Leonard Fournette is going to do damage this year. He is going to rush for over 1,000 yards. He'll have about 7 to 8 rushing touchdowns. He'll be in consideration for Offensive Rookie of the Year, and he'll be assisting
over Christian McCaffrey.
Yes.
Over a Corey Davis, wide receiver for Tennessee.
Yes.
Ouch.
Because they're gonna, yes.
Ouch. Over your boy Deshaun Watson if he gets to start after week 3? Ouch.
Yes, because it's gonna take him a little bit longer to get in because he won't start till week 3 or 4. So I think Leonard Fournette's a starter from day 1. He's gonna start. He's gonna get anywhere between
Chris Ivory's gonna get some of those carries too, though.
He'll get 18 to 22 touches a game. That'll be enough for him to showcase his talent. He'll be fresh. He'll basically help Bortles out. You know, listen, if they can run the ball and they can be balanced, and if Bortles can improve this year, you got to make a big improvement.
I don't see the improvement. There's too many interceptions year after year after year. That's what he's known for. He's like the new Matt Schaub of the league, the pick six king.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in Bortles. I'm not gonna sit here like I do. I just know.
Remember that no playoffs, no 9 wins, 6 wins, max.
Fournette's gonna do a good job, but I think Jacksonville is gonna be a sneaky team. And I like Reuben Foster.
Oh,
I think Reuben Foster. I know he dropped the pick. He had an opportunity for a pick in his first preseason game. He dropped it, but I think Reuben Foster is gonna have a lights out season.
He just jumps He just jumps out on tape. He just jumps out. He sticks out.
And I think also. It's going to be considered his rookie year. I don't know how much he's going to play, but I'm rooting for this kid. And
he should be starting. I think he's starting.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about Jalen Smith.
Oh, Jalen Smith?
You're
not talking about Reuben Foster?
No, I'm talking about Reuben Foster as well, but I'm rooting for Jalen Smith.
Oh, the kid from the Cowboys.
From the Cowboys, yeah.
I'm rooting for him too. I like top 5 talent before he messed up his knee.
Definitely.
Top 5 talent before he messed up his knee.
No, I'm a Notre Dame fan too.
And the Cowboys may have a gem waiting to just explode. Like he can be it.
Yeah, I think
he can really be it.
He can be a special. If he can stay healthy, I think he can be a
it's all about health. It's all about health.
Talent in the league.
And they said his nerve, the nerve endings is regenerating and everything. So he's on the right track. You know what? He shouldn't even play the preseason games to me.
I think he should probably play maybe a quarter. A little bit to kind of build up the strength, just to kind of see where he at, because you still got
full speed at practice.
Yeah, but it's still practice, and you still ain't getting really hit, and they're not coming with the intent that you're gonna get in a live game.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So I think it's good to kind of face some real live battle, kind of get him in there to see what he can do, see how his body responds, put a little bit of stress on it, just to see how it responds. Then you can kind of see exactly where he's gonna be at, how much rest he needs. You don't really practice too hard during the season when it's just the season starts.
No, you don't practice that hard. I think it's more likely walkthroughs, a little bit of contact here and there.
So
but
just
not
want
that
him to kind of get some reps now, some live reps, so you can see, so he can get used to it again, because he hasn't played.
Yeah, he hasn't played in what?
2 years.
About 2 years?
About 2 years.
About 2 years. Yeah, year and a half.
Yeah, so you want him to kind of get acclimated to game speed and making tackles, wrapping up, and reading reaction. So, but between him, you know, like I said, I like Reuben Foster. Reuben Foster is one of those Alabama linebackers. Alabama producers.
Anything from Alabama is, to me, is NFL ready. When it's defensively.
Especially defensively.
Yeah.
That's basically my guys right now. I'm looking at Leonard Fournette, Deshaun Watson, Reuben Foster.
All right. Well, for me, with the Sammy Watkins trade that just went down, I'm really leaning towards Zay Jones.
That's one of my guys.
Like, he's gonna be like one of the main targets. Like, they have nobody no more. They lost Robert Woods. They traded Sammy Watkins. Yeah. So
he's gonna be the guy.
So I expect him to have. I don't want to say he's gonna have like 10, 12 touchdowns, but he's gonna catch 60 balls. He's gonna be around the 850 to 950 range. He could crack 1,000 yards depending on his yards per catch. Yeah, right. And I see him in the end zone about 4 to 5 times his rookie year, because they have no one else to throw to. Yeah. So that's one.
Pick. I like Zay Jones. That's a good pick.
So also, if you want, I'm gonna flip it to the defensive side now. I'm totally feeling the cornerback out of Baltimore. What's his name? I'm sorry, Marlon Humphrey.
Oh, kid from Alabama.
Yeah. Tough guy. He long, lanky. Reminds me a little bit of Richard Sherman. He's gonna get a lot of playing. Baltimore's done a lot of things to bluster that defense.
Comparison.
I'm not saying that they're gonna win the Super Bowl, but they've done a lot. They've done enough on defense to be in the conversation a little more than what they get credit for. So, to me, he was one of the top corners in the draft. He went to a defensive-minded team. They're gonna put him in a situation where he can definitely excel. So I'm saying, I think he can play outside and inside, but he's more of an outside guy.
Yeah.
He's got the big, long frame. So and he's very physical at the point of attack. So I just can't wait to see that. He's gonna, and they got to play some tough guys this year. So he was definitely needed.
That's a good pick.
I hate the Giants, but Evan Ingram's gonna be good this year. I hate the Giants, but he's gonna be good this year. He's gonna dance in the middle of the field. He reminds me. I hate to say, he reminds me. reminds me. I won't even say it. He just reminds me of Jordan Reed. We'll just go there. We'll just say it. Reminds me of he's fast. Fast. Like he seems smart. Really good, reliable hands.
Good hands.
He catches the ball with his hands, and to me, that's a big thing. Very fast, like 440, like wide receiver speed off the line. Like that's gonna be nice.
Faster 40 than Odell.
Him getting guarded by a linebacker, that's London.
I can see Sean Lee trying to beat him right now.
Getting flipped around in a circle, probably.
I see that right now. I'm just waiting to see that.
And I think he's just gonna stretch the field. Like he's just a vertical. He's gonna stretch the field. His hands are good. I heard at the Summer Bowl game, all the Senior Bowl. Senior Bowl. He was really physical, like trying to show off his blocking skills. Well.
I think that's a little. He's probably underrated in that aspect of his game because he's so fast and he's so athletic. So you can kind of do a lot with him in terms of splitting them out. But I don't think he's as well-rounded as an O.J. Howard per se.
Yeah, no, not.
But I think in terms of just his offensive repertoire and his ability to stretch the field, and like you said, stretch the middle of the field. Like he's gonna give linebackers headaches all day. Yeah, and like defensive coordinators are gonna lose sleep over this. Like I think they really will. This kid will be special. How do you think Myles Garrett's gonna do this year? Do you think he's gonna be?
I don't think he's gonna live up to the hype, man. I really don't. Like I
think he'll be a monster.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna.
I think he'll be a monster. Because when you have guys like that,
he took too many plays off in college for me.
They said the same thing about Jadeveon Clowney, and the only reason why Clowney is taking this long to arrive is because of health. When you have a kid that's that physically gifted and that much more physically stronger and talented than everybody else, and that's just it comes natural to him, you can teach him technique if he's willing to learn, and I think the kid is willing to learn, and the kid is productive, and I think there's not a lot of great left tackles and right tackles in the league right now.
But the league is so much of a timing game.
I know.
Like if you're not like a Von Miller type of speed rusher.
I think the kid will do good. I think he'll have 6 sacks this year.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say double digits.
No. I think he'll have 6 to 8 sacks this year. So I think he's gonna have a target on his back. He plays for Cleveland, and I don't know exactly who else is on that line. We'll kind of dive into that. In the shows to come, we'll break down NFL and the rosters and the team and give you guys our predictions and what we think is going to happen for this particular NFL season. But I just think he'll have a pretty decent year. I know it's a lot of scrutiny with that number 1 pick. It's a lot of expectations.
I
think he'll live up to that because Cleveland has other issues. Rookie outtake, our impact players who we expect to be do really good this year. We're going to basically recap that for you. So my picks are Deshaun Watson, Leonard Fournette. I'm going to go with Reuben Foster. And we're going to kind of basically shout out to the kid Jalen Smith from the Cowboys as well when he gets in. Hopefully he plays well.
Hopefully he plays well, definitely. I got high hopes for that guy. And just recapping mine, it was Zay Jones from Buffalo. I expect him to have a good year. Like I said, they have no weapons but him. They have very few weapons. Evan Ingram.
My guy.
Marlon Humphrey. Look out for those guys during the season, and trust me, you won't be disappointed. They're going to come to play on Sundays.
You're definitely
They're definitely going to come to play on Sundays.
So now we're going to stay on football a little bit. We're going to talk about our fantasy sleepers for this particular season. Fantasy sleepers, everybody. Fantasy sleepers. And, every year there's always sleepers in the NFL.
Every year.
There's always people that you don't expect to do well, to kind of basically take over, like, the kid Tyreek Hill.
My fantasy sleepers really be players like I'd say like a Tevin Coleman. He splits the cat. Yeah, he split. Yeah, especially if you're like a PPR league, like he catches the ball in the backfield. He showed that last year. Crazy straight line speed. He's a super sleeper. Like he gonna explode onto the map because he literally got a fair share of touches last year, and like I said, he's a 3-down player. He can catch the ball at the backfield. Very well. He caught the ball at the backfield for a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Absolutely, yeah.
He showcased his talent in the Super Bowl.
Very good pick, and I don't even know if it's really a sleeper pick, but I think this kid is going to be tremendous, and I actually should have had him as an impactful rookie as well, but I saved him for my fantasy sleeper segment, and that is Joe Mixon.
Oh!
Joe Mixon of the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon is going to terrorize opponents. Joe Mixon.
But that all depends on how
they're gonna use him. Listen,
the top back runs because he's 3-down back at times too. Jeremy Hill, not even Giovanni Bernard, just Jeremy
Hill has issues holding on to the ball, and sometimes he's in the doghouse. Giovanni Bernard is good, but I think they're kind of a smaller back.
Just like Mixon,
but I think Mixon right now is the fresher legs. I think he'll get a lot of opportunities. As a fantasy sleeper, Joe Mixon is definitely one of my fantasy sleepers.
Okay. And for me, add another position, wide receiver. I don't want to sound like a sleeper, right? Like this guy, like when I call him a sleeper, he's not really a sleeper, but he's a sleeper. Jeremy Crowder from Washington. Yeah. PPR leagues, he's gonna terrorize people. He's gonna get about he's gonna get eight to 9 targets a game. That's like about 6 catches for him. And he's got Terrell Pryor now on his side.
That's true.
Take some attention away from him. As long as Jordan Reed is healthy,
he stays healthy. Definitely take some pressure off.
I can see him doing well because he was even doing well last year.
I'm gonna go with another fantasy sleeper for this year. This is going to be a wide receiver.
Right. Okay.
And I am going to go with Cameron Meredith from the Chicago Bears. Now I know
heard a little bit about him.
Throws the ball to him might be a problem if you don't know if it's going to be Mitchell, my boy Mitchell, Trubinsky.
Yeah.
Cameron Meredith is now the number 1 wide receiver. I know Kevin White is over there as well, but Kevin White hasn't played enough football to be
because he's not healthy
to be the number 1. And my ex-guy Victor Cruz is over there trying to make the team as well.
Okay.
So I think, but Cameron Meredith is a big guy. He's about 6'2", 6'3", at least about 2 bills, if not plus. He's kind of out of the Alshon Jeffrey mode, in my opinion. Just not. I don't think his hands are as good. I think he might be faster, quicker. I might be a quicker, faster player.
Okay.
In terms of stretching the field, but he's going to be the number 1 guy over there. He's going to be special this year. I think I won't say special this year, but he'll be a good fantasy pick. If any of your leagues, if he's available, you guys are looking for a wide receiver, know the name, get used to it. Cameron Meredith.
Cameron Meredith. All right. And my last sleeper, people might not think he's a sleeper, but when it comes to a particular position, he might be a sleeper. Jeremy Maclin. He fell into a situation where it's gonna be good for him. He's gonna play the slot. You have Mike Wallace on one end. If Bashar Perriman's healthy, he's on the other end, and Maclin doing what he has to do in the slot. And Joe Flacco,
he's gonna give him the ball.
He's gonna give him the ball.
Yeah, he's
gonna push him down the field, unlike how Alex Smith did.
And I think Jeremy Maclin is
he's
still
a great
productive.
player.
Still very productive.
That's what I'm saying. He's a super sleeper pick.
Pretty much can fit in any scheme that you put him in. Pretty good hands. Doesn't have anything he's not the fastest guy in the world, not the biggest guy in the world.
No, he's not.
Not the most elusive guy in the world, but he seems to be open a lot. And he usually catches the ball. I think he did have a couple of issues with drops maybe early in his career when he's playing with the Eagles. But the kid is good. You're on the field for 50+ snaps a game.
Yeah.
As an offensive player, you're getting opportunities.
You're definitely getting opportunities. It's just how you go about those opportunities.
He's the number 1 over there. Until Kevin White can show that he's deserving of the number 1 position, Cameron Meredith is the number 1 receiver. So.
Okay, so then if he's gonna get number 1, he's gonna get number 1 targets. That means throughout the year he's probably gonna see over probably 120 passes thrown his way.
Exactly.
If they try to push the ball down the field.
I think he'll see anywhere between 100 to 115 targets.
Yeah, and then he could definitely get 75 catches if that's the case.
Absolutely, he hit 1,000 yards.
Yeah,
that's
1,000 yards. Yeah,
that used to be a milestone.
Now it's not anymore.
1,000-yard wide receiver, 1,000-yard rusher, but it seems like that's just kind of par for the course now.
Yeah, it definitely is.
If you're a good wide receiver,
if you're a good wide receiver, you get under 1,000 yards. It's what are you doing?
Something's wrong.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong with your offense. Something's just wrong.
Yeah, get in the weight room if you're not getting it.
The weight room.
Something. You're not doing what you're doing.
That's it for this week, guys. I hope you guys all love the show. If you guys have anything, please reach out to us on the Fans Perspective 55 on Twitter. We're always going to answer questions and stuff. Leave any comments you want in the comment section below. If you guys want, please tell us who your sleepers are for fantasy football. Please leave us all your comments on Colin Kaepernick, Zeke, the Freak. Everything, man. Just let us know what you want to, what we can do to make the show better, man. We really appreciate it.
Make the show better. Please subscribe.
Oh yeah, hit the subscribe button, like they all say. Ping.
Hit that sub button, baby. Hit that sub button. But please get used to us. We're gonna be doing this every week hopefully for a long period of time.
Yep.
And we're just basically giving you the Fans Perspective, baby.
Peace out.